Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers. I hope you're doing good. It's been a little while since I have recorded a video. I've been pretty busy, as many of you may have been. I mean, generally this period, at least in the Western Hemisphere, is usually quite busy with Christmas preparations. I'm done with my Christmas, not that I really do Christmas as such. So I'm just going to hunker down now and really deep dive into the quantum field, which is what we are igniting fully right now, right here. With the Starborn self, our full multidimensional diamond avatar self, coming fully online right now. For the forerunners who are leading all of this and who have done the deep inner excavation work of retrieving their real, true, authentic self. And basically, this is where humanity is quantum completing the leap into all new free worlds, realities, quantum realities. So what I've been shown for the last 3 years has really been the whole merging of all dimensions, realities, realms, universes, timelines. All of our incarnational selves as part of this multidimensional merging, which really all of this is about. At the core of this is the Hierogamic Reunion Blueprint, which is at the core of the Cosmic Christ Blueprint. So the new cosmic human citizen being fully rebirthed in its true natural state, but it's a new version of self. Everything is new. So it's an ancient future that we have long forgotten, that's fully been remembered by us all. A truth that shall not, cannot, would not be questioned, because it's arising from within each one of us, so you just know truth. Everybody knows truth now. So whether you want to or not, it's like, you know, it's being revealed. Whatever has been hidden is being revealed. So you're either being dragged through the mud in this process right now, or you are part of the disclosure. It's up to you, truly. So either you are standing in your true self, speaking your truth, living your truth in every now moment, no longer adhering to any kind of programming, pressure, outside interference, taking you off path and what you really want to do. And there's literally no more time for waiting right now. This is it, okay? So this solstice is fully completing what I've seen happening in December of 2020, this full multidimensional merging of this quantum field. So we are fully completing this with a group call and activation on the 22nd, 12, at 21:12 p.m. UK time. Details are below in the description box if you feel really called and in alignment with remembering that you are here as part of the Christos mission, completing this on behalf of all of us, everything, quantum completing fully, as fully igniting the diamond avatar self, the starborn, remembering its true self, the oneness. You are a star reborn. You are rebirthing yourself, all of the cosmos, the whole one cosmic consciousness. This is a mind wipe that's going to happen fully. It's already been underway. After this last massive X-Fair, after our activation, thank you again so much for everybody who's been part of that. Such amazing work, truly. For those who believe, who are all in, who give back to the field, who support also back, thank you so much. Anyone liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, donating also back to the channel, to my work, and everything I'm offering for free. And I know that the prices for the activations are very reasonable for what's been offered, truly. These are the navigational tips and instruction sets for the new Cosmic Christ blueprints. And I know that my work vastly accelerates this whole journey and brings us all the way home. Because it's been shown, I'm literally here to be the portal to New Earth. And this is why I keep showing up. I've been so tired. I had to push myself all the way through. And this is what I need from everyone right now. I need everybody right now, all of the forerunners, to push all the way the fuck through. If not us, who then? I've been so tired. I've been moving. I had Christmas to pull off, so to say. Like just everything even just in the last 24 hours. It's like, I should just rest right now. I had about 5 hours sleep again. Anyway, I had things like happening like the toilet blocking up with shit, quite frankly, which was very symbolic about like shit needs to be cleared of the drainage. The drainage needed to be flushed. All of the shit needed to be flushed through the system. Again, this is mainly mind constructs we're talking about, how we perceive reality. I had that going on for about 12 hours, so that was fun with my daughter here. And then, oh yeah, and I gave all of my bank details away to scammers. It was a good scam though, but like I wouldn't have done it if I had been in my right mind, because the 14th, 15th, since our activation was so high, waking up in the mornings, like I found it very hard to ground myself, and something was happening. Anyway, it was a combination of things, and I fell for it, not being in my right mind. And this is my, because this is also what the activation call will be mainly about, all about multidimensional integration, living this whole merging process and bringing this all online, and how we do this. Because right now it's all about the forerunners, fully merging all frequency bandwidths of the dimensions available to us, of the new divine organic creatrix field, which is your full multidimensional self, your God self, your avatar self, your ascended master self, guardian self, merlion, mermaid self, unicorn self, fae, fairy, elves, the elders, the ancient ones, the galactics, the interdimensionals. I mean, so many layers, okay? So this is all about us also rebirthing all new. This is not about us returning as the second coming of the Christ, waiting for Jesus to return as such. This is us fully transcending all of the old archetypes, all of the old gods, ascended masters, so to say, as we're fully integrating and merging with all of them and rebirthing something totally new, something totally unique. It's like me, I don't want to be known for my spiritual kind of, I don't know, station, or who I know myself to be in a spiritual level, if you want to even use that word. I want to be known for my work. I want to be known for, people either vibe with me or not. I'm not going to keep going on about, certain aspects of my mission, because ultimately it's all about us returning, or rather remembering a new version of self, which is you merging all of your multidimensional identities, higher selves and lower selves, shadow and light. So important, because this is where all of your power lies. No longer denying, rejecting, abandoning, ostracizing, judging any parts of you. Fully merging, integrating all fractals, all aspects, all of your keys and your codes, all of your quantum, all of your consciousness, all of your body parts, all of you, all of your fractals, fully merged, healed, unified as one, your multidimensional self, fully integrated, in order, unified as one. Uska Aisha na tikira e na kara tukuru 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 ta Aisha ta 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 anana. Denusunati. Again, this is where we need to break all the way through. I really pushed myself. This is us pushing the baby all the way out. Okay, and after the baby is out, it's like a rebirth, where it's like you forget about all of the mayhem that came before and all of the pain. Okay, so all the way. So the only thing keeping you from your wildest, biggest dreams fulfilled is ultimately fear. The bridge between you and everything is love, as Rumi says. This is all about bringing the mind into the heart, and the heart into the mind. The heart leads. As this is the access, this is the Holy Spirit returning, pure God source consciousness through us fully right now. So this is the Emerald Order returning, 444. This is true divine love, true divine justice, true divine order, fully returning one way or another. So you're either part of this or you're not. Because this is the final TikTok for people to decide what they're really standing with, what destiny they choose. That's what I see. So the final purification completes with the solstice. That's all I see. And this is us leaping into all new free worlds, our fully ascended diamond avatar self, quantum style, fully aligning with this as we fully let go of everything that no longer serves us, that doesn't make us happy, that makes us sad, no matter what our, this is not personal. You just need to let go of people who are not supporting you back right now. And this is also why I can't just, keep offering everything for free. And I do need to support back. And I've said this many times. And again, let's not talk about this because it's all here. So the infinite abundance that we're also going to be activating. And I would really recommend to anyone who's not even taking part in the activation to read the description of the activation, because it is an activation within itself, the same as any post I write, any video I make. The cosmic energy updates are really powerful activations within themselves to help you clear, heal, balance, harmonize, activate, upgrade your whole morphogenetic field. Again, I can't do this for you, but it will help a lot if you're fully open to it. And realigns you with your real truth. This is really what I'm here for, to remind you how to get there. But what that looks like, ultimately, fully, can only be experienced from inside of yourself. I'm just here again to remind you of your own God-given power. To remind you that we have created all of this. This is the only way out. No longer externalizing anything, any of our shadows. This is about balance, harmony, integration, merging with shadow and light, higher and lower self, heart and mind, right and left brain, pineal pituitary gland, matter, antimatter. These are all the same principles. This is collapsing the polarities within the 0-point field. And this is what I've been experiencing, huge multidimensional integration. It's like I had to juggle a lot of physical things such as blocked toilets, drains, landlords, bank cards, needing to close all of my bank card details down, order a new card, all of that stuff. That didn't really annoy me. Anyway, other parts did. But when we get annoyed and we get triggered and we fall into it, instead of like taking a deep breath and taking 5 or 10 minutes, that's when you get scammed. If I would have kept my cool and would have been in my right frame of mind and not felt so ungrounded, because the energies were so high. And it's not about blaming anything, but just knowing what happened, and I can retrace it. And the next time, like when I feel like this and something is triggering me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to deal with this once I've calmed down. Not when I'm highly charged. As well as you're highly charged and you go into it and you go through the scammers, you go through why is this systems, all the systems are complicated. I mean, even getting a new card, especially around this time, all of this stuff is like, so you live all this, plus like just from every corner, like things just like going at me, or having to be dealt with. And this, I could feel it was the whole integration of like, at one level, yes, you deal with it physically, the masculine, as well as spiritually, the feminine. Because I would always be more better, stronger in my spiritual and weaker in my physical. But this is what I'm bringing fully in right now, as in, aligning everything as we all do. Everything is being aligned right now. So you need to fully align everything in your reality with who you want to be, where you want to be. And again, let it happen naturally, because it's not about you forcing change. Because the only time you really ever heal or change that what you really want to change and heal is when you stop trying, because it has a reverse effect. It's this whole push-pull in the collective field, ultimately. The 0 point gets you there when you no longer do. Who's the one doing anything anyway here? Once you fully transcend singularity, the separation, the illusions of separation, get out at singularity, you understand ultimately, especially once you fully surrender to source, which is where the good stuff happens, more and more, especially now, you are one with source, and it's like you really understand everybody's just being played here by source. So once you understand there's no one left to blame, this is the end of suffering, because you no longer identify with your separate self or others. Whilst we're fully rebirthing a very unique individual version of self, again, this whole like all the archetypes of all the ascended masters, all the magical beings, galactics, anything you could ever dream of, fully merged, unified through you, as well as your own multidimensional experience throughout time and space, which we are fully dissolving right now. Time, space, gravity is not really real. Remember, akarate karate. This is how we're going to teleport. The magnetic field pole shift is fully completing right now. Oh yeah, what I wanted to say about the description for the activation in 20-second 12, I will add to this as it seems. I mean, I could write a million words and it would never be enough. But again, they act as activation. So I might add to this. So I would also recommend maybe just read it on the day of the activation on the 22nd. Also, we're going to do a membership group call for tier 1, 2, and 3 on the 21st. And this will bridge the whole Solstice gateway. Again, I'm happy to take all of this offline any moment now, but we need to pull all the way through everyone and take this all the way offline. I don't care how it happens, whether it happens during a call, activation afterwards. I really don't, as long as it's literally now, because it's time, literally. Sanata. Time is up. This is it. Huge time acceleration, so much to deal with. Again, I'm so tired. I haven't had enough sleep. So I'm gonna dive and whilst again, I can only say, and I know many relate, just holding this field constantly. And I was shown again today how much I'm holding, like literally cosmically everything. As well as with you all together as one. But it's just so much without making videos, calls, activations, writing, doing anything else, literally. I sometimes would just like to just lie there and just get it all over and done with, as well as I know as I'm being distracted, it's all about us again, merging the physical, the mental, emotional, spiritual. It's especially the physical and the spiritual. It's like, so whether it's a blocked drain, whether it's like, you know, the banking thing, I knew I had no fear around anyone like kind of taking money off me or me, you know, being worse off on that level, because I put a block on interdimensionally and I sent them a whole lot of like pushback, let's put it that way. I mean, anyone, any type of scammer, imposter, invader, I mean, you have everything coming that you've given out. So you don't even need to send karma to anyone. I don't want ultimately anyone to suffer the, you know, consequences of their own wrongdoings, but this is just how you pass through the gates. One way or another, every individual consciousness is passing or is returning to source. One way or another, we're all being healed. But again, those that have digressed their blueprint too much to, you know, ascend with us are being returned to source for re-encryption and will return as something else. Because they've had many, 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 many chances. And you right now need to be literally the demon slayer, so to say, and expel them. Whether it's like people in your life, whether it's that interdimensionally, you need to integrate all of these dimensional layers levels. Like I can do, again, all of this demon entity removal, as well as knowing at the highest level, it's all one with me. I can exist, occupy all states. That's what I need to do. That's what we need to do. Transversing, merging all dimensional frequency bandwidths, 1 to 15, whilst the lower are really being kind of sucked up. But again, it's not about numbers, compartmentalization. It's just understanding that we are merging all dimensions. I mean, it's already happened. This is us fully completing it and fully unlocking the doors to all new heavenly realities right now, right here. It's here now. Asukura usha ete aenukudu senayana takarateke tukuru sanayana takarat. I mean, again, take what resonates, leave the rest. This is what I see. If you feel called to join me in this divine undertaking. And again, as soon as you sign up, this activation is already online since I mentioned it 5 days ago. There is a massive sunspot group spot. I don't know, volcano coming around the corner. I've been shown days ago. It's the final fireworks. This is it. This is all I can see. This is all I know. And yeah, so everybody is making their final choice points right now. What else? Okay, I have loads of notes, but I want to not make this too long. So everything else I share in that group call, I need to just, whenever I'm offline, also I'm doing so much gate and grid work, so much energy work, as well as just having to merge like my spiritual. Oh yeah, so the way you merge the spiritual and the physical is also like you do the physical steps, like me, you know, talking to the banking services, and closing down my card and changing all my details, going to the bank and all of that stuff. So it was great. Anyway, whilst also knowing nothing is going to happen to me, rather it's like going back. And this is just part of all the systems collapsing and everything is kind of, it doesn't matter what it is. Whatever needs to test you will test you right now, okay? For you to become fully in the 0-point field. Because again, first of all of this kind of triggered me. But as well as I was holding the 0-point field within the triggering, because you transcend the resistance by sitting in the resistance. You transcend the anger by sitting in the anger. Again, it's not sitting wallowing. It's more just feeling it, letting it come up and out. And again, especially the masculines and man bodies, please feel it, release it, up and out. It's not you, it's fleeting emotions. Become one with the water. Muska, literally nothing to fear. Okay, bring the mind into the heart into the mind, love it all up. Stop trying to change yourself. It's like just embrace all as it is now. That's the quickest way through right now. As if you've chosen it, co-created it, because you have. Okay, so we had KP4 kicking in. We have loads of solar activity. Again, it was the biggest X-class fair after our activation since I think 2017. And again, I felt the energies most the 14th, 15th, super spaced out. My mind was offline. I found it very hard to function. Kind of my mind was ahead of my body. Like I had a delay of, my body reactions of, if you're trying to sit in a car and kind of like you close the door, but your foot is not quite in, that kind of thing. Anyway, so this is the winds. Okay. The winds of change are here, okay? This is it. This is the perfect cosmic quantum shifting weather coming up right now, burning off any remaining distortions. Don't you worry. Surrender already to true divine love, real truth, walk in truth, be truth, speak truth from the heart. Stop overthinking, please. Just do it. There's only now. This is the last now there is, as I see it. So to say, to make final decisions of which side of the fence are you standing on? Is it fear? Is it love? What is it? Is it truth? Is it lies? So another thing that came up is like a big issue for many of us is us wishing for support and to be with our soul family, with our true beloveds. But then on the other end, we still have deep-rooted trust issues. Understandably so, because it's been a fucking shit show of betrayal and families standing against one another, those that should be standing with one another, being turned against one another, divide and conquer and all of this bullshit. So in the end, you just need to feel it, let it come up and out, burn it off. Karmic residue, it's just energy, fleeting emotions, thought forms, not based in truth. You know what truth feels like, remember? It's clarity. It's based in love, even uncomfortable truths. So it's not about people should just make you feel great all the time. No, this is about truth. This is not about false positivity. That's what people really got wrong. This is what's been inverted upon us. This is like, do you just always want to be a good girl or boy? Obviously, you don't also want to be a bad boy or girl, but these are like the things, they tell us as children, but it's like deeply ingrained in like, you're both. You're good, you're bad, you're everything in between. And this is what needs to be embraced, truly. And this is actually what I wanted to correct. I didn't really appreciate my last video too much. Like, I just didn't say things as I wanted them to come across, so to say, or not clearly enough. One of them was about things like greed, or what was the other thing? Lust. Of course, there are differences between greed and lust, and maybe wanting things, just having desires, wanting to be fulfilled, what we want in life, normal things, so to say, and the difference between passion and lust. Now, obviously, I think lust and greed, are they the carnal sins or the 7 sins? Let's just say they are. I don't really care about lists at all. In general, I really don't. Compartmentalization, dogmatism, fanaticism, opinions, belief systems, they're all going right now. This is what sets us truly free. Anyway, what was I saying? Last read. Oh, but it's about, if you feel any of this, you just go, oh, wow, okay, that's interesting. You don't deny it. You don't tell yourself you shouldn't be feeling this. You don't tell yourself like, oh my God, that's a mortal sin. You don't tell yourself, you don't judge yourself. You don't ostracize yourself. You don't suppress that part and tell yourself, oh, I didn't feel that because this is a bad thought, a bad feeling. I shouldn't be feeling this. No, you go like, wow, this is interesting. Where is this coming from? And you go deeper until you fully transcended it. Because, for example, greed, it's the same as poverty consciousness, comes from the same place of us not feeling enough as we are. Poverty consciousness programs play out in both ends of the scale. Okay, those who really live in poverty and those who, have billions. It's kind of working on the same levels. It's just polar energies reflected in its kind of extremes. And obviously everything in between. But you get me? So it's like by actually embracing the shadow, by embracing the greed, by embracing the lust, and see also where it comes from. It's the same as like, we're reimagining, redreaming, re-remembering everything new. It's the same with relationship templates, sacred sexuality templates, and taking everything not just from, it's not just about white light. 80% of the cosmos is made of dark matter. Okay? Your spiritual bodies, dark matter, Russia body, it's mostly dark matter. Spirit is what makes up most of your cosmic egg, your morphogenetic field. Very little is actually the white light everybody's seeking for. But as you seek for this and deny the darkness, whatever we want to call it, the shadows, you deny parts of yourself. You give your power away. They use it against you. You're seeking for perfection that doesn't exist, isn't attainable. You need to merge them. These are these principles or polarities. You don't deny one and just seek for another. This is all about balance. This is all about merging, unifying all of these polarities. Masculine, feminine, heart, mind, right, left brain, shadow and light, matter, antimatter. This is how we literally have already. To this time, it's just unfolding. But again, we keep making it happen in every now moment until we're at that campfire. Do you not think I've had infinite freaking patience? This is the end of it, because God also has had enough of patience. So this is where we fully ignite the cosmic emerald heart, our starborn self. We remember we're literally stars, we're planets, we're pure light, pure God source consciousness embodied. We are remembering our true self, fully transcending our separate self that is suffering, that is in pain, because it cannot see reality for what it truly is. Okay? And you can literally alchemize every emotion, every situation, every experience, if you just go into it and you allow yourself. Again, like the banking. And then in the end, like, you transcend any fears. There's so many reasons to all of this. I need to go to the bank and like everything that is involved. They're always just a process. And it's just ultimately for me no longer to care, because I know like right now, the analogy which will help you most is you being in a video game. And it's a little bit like the Groundhog Day idea, that you keep going through, if you try to get to the next level of a video game, you go through the game again and again and again. So that's the looping in a way. But ultimately, you go deeper and deeper into the game, because every time you learn more things, don't you? Every time you perfect it. Now, sometimes it feels like you've gone 2 steps back because, whatever is going on in your reality, you're just not playing as good as you usually do or would in your optimum state. This is another thing. With our true vitality after all the exhaustion, this is true vitality returning. Also, another quote that came in today is like the metatronic spiral fully dissolving, overridden in the field by the true crystal spiral, eternal life, Yan Yun flow, the Christic butterfly pattern of eternal life, it returning us to eternal God source flow currents. It's the Merkabic field, our Merkaba light ship of the cosmic Christ coming fully online, fully realigning the cosmic rod and staff codes, which is directly connected to the magnetic pole and field shift fully completing in this now moment. This is also where we get a lot more solar energies. First of all, that I report on. And second of all, then, you know, it's like the magnetic field has been vastly weakened. So there's a lot more cosmic energies, keys and codes, solar energies coming in. 5 of 5. So true cosmic change is here for good, for real, forever. That's all I see. It's here now. Usanata. So again, you can alchemize every situation, everything back to gold. That's what the alchemist does. This is what we have done, keeping our heart intact throughout all of the heartbreak. Okay, so amazing work, everyone, truly. Thank you so much for hanging in there, keeping your heart open throughout all of the shit show, truly. Now, let's truly correct what went wrong. If there's anything still outstanding, I would align it right now. There's no more fight, flight, freeze, you know, post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms occurring as our nervous system, heart, spinal column fully heals collectively. So this is what's healing all. This is what heals and ignites the grids. It's directly interconnected. And we're doing this on behalf of all. So I know this is all here, okay? As well as, again, we keep making it happen. Remember, okay? Everything you do, say, think, feel is this. Remember how truly important you are, how much power you hold. If you think you don't count, you need to believe in yourself, truly, okay? Usuna, nanasa, ticket. You need to fulfill your destiny, your hero's journey, collect your dharma, the fruits of your labor, okay? Loving labor, coming in. I try to stop now, but I'm just going to share a couple more things. So hormonal and chemical imbalances within our bodies are responsible for basically most common ailments, diseases, sickness. They're part of the inverted blueprints influencing our biology and well-being, and that's fully returning now. And again, the spirit body is what informs the mental, emotional, etheric, and then physical body, not the other way around. Okay, so the spirit body fully healing the dark matter Rasha body, and then informing the other layers and levels, and then lastly, right now, the physical. That's what's healing on. Okay, as your thoughts shift, your consciousness shifts, spirit. You remember you're literally pure photonic light, reimagining itself. You don't have any more attachment to your, whilst you're like kind of fully remembering who you are, you also have no attachment to who you are. It's like the both end, the dichotomy, the paradox, which is what you need to really live and really get to terms with, the both end as part of your multidimensional integration. Because it's not one or the other. It's not right, wrong, good, bad, yes, no. It's a multidimensional rainbow lasagna, okay, that you need to integrate consciously. And in every now moment, another truth, another aspect of you has to come forth, depending on what's been asked for. And we have many, we have thousands of incarnational selves that we had to integrate as part of this ascension process. And it's here now. So we have made it through the shit show. Claim this, truly. You need to, okay, fully now. Doesn't matter where you think you are, how much you still have to heal. We're all healing, completing this last step as one. Only illusions of separation literally separate us of time, space. And let's fully transcend that gravity so we can fly and teleport already, okay? I'm literally sick of public transport. So claim your quantum breakthrough right now, right here. Your reality, yourself fully leveling up, our gifts, abilities fully coming online, our wisdom, our gnosis. This is everything. But you need to, fully let your divine feminine, inner feminine fully guide you. Kneel in front of her, in front of God, the Holy Spirit. Surrender everything of you to her, to it, it doesn't matter. It's not about freaking genders. It's you surrendering to source. That's the only way you can become one with the super consciousness fields and know real truth. Whenever I come online, anything, it's just constantly just clear out any preconceived ideas, belief systems. What I think I need to say, think I know, all of that stuff. And let it just flow through me ultimately. And I might not get it always right, such as with, it's not about like sweet talking, lust and greed. But it's about like, we can alchemize everything as you just go into it, de-demonize it, thinking it's so terrible. And just like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Why do I feel this? Doesn't feel quite right. Not aligned with my real true self. My real, as well as your real true self just feels whatever it feels. But then you go deeper into that because it doesn't feel quite aligned with your highest version of true self, okay? Which is why you need to feel the feelings and go further into it to transcend it. And then you come out the other end as your true self, where you no longer feel greed because you have cleared out any underlying programming telling you that you are not enough as you are, that you don't have enough, that you need to hoard, that you need to like hoard money, or you know what I mean, whatever greedy attributes you may be displaying. And we all have these aspects, and it's fine at some point or another. And if we don't, and we see this within another, and I discuss it or judge it, have opinions about it, you know, that resistance, it's an aspect of you that you still have to integrate. If you don't, then you will see yourself enacting that behavior you found disgusting, judged, had an opinion about, were in separation with later on. Believe me, I've seen this many times. And then I just laugh. When I catch myself doing something I've judged before, I literally laugh. I've done this for many years. I just laugh. I don't take myself so seriously. This is the key. You cannot take yourself so seriously. This is how you suffer. This is about, yeah, take full pride in what you're here to bring, return, what you're here to embody, but you're also like, you know, God is playing you, and you're literally a marionette on a cosmic grand stage of things unfolding. As you fully merge with God consciousness, it's happening through you, the same as me. It's like really a choice. Who's deciding whether I made this video tonight or not? Like I check with source, but ultimately, you know, I mean, let's not go into this, but you get me. I mean, go into this on your own. Who's making the decision that you make, even if you try to overanalyze? You know, ultimately, it's all perfect as it is. Everything is exactly as it needs to be. As well as you need to align whatever is not in alignment with your true self right now. Again, what doesn't make you happy, what doesn't make you feel good, needs to fucking go one way or another. This is the magic cutoff point where you fully align with your true self, because your true self only will deal with stuff that makes it happy. Why wouldn't you? Otherwise, you just feel you're not enough. That's the other, you know, opposite of greed, this feeling of not enough. And we feel like we need to take breadcrumbs because we've been taught all of our life that there's something wrong with us, or, you know, like we're just, I don't know, hungry for people who ultimately, I don't know, reject themselves, but then they reject us. And that, you know, again, we're resolving this with one another. That's the whole thing. You need to understand. Once you resolved all of these programs, all of these traumas and wounds, you no longer attract those people to you, or the people who are, you know, in a soul family with you, for example, they adjust and realign with you, where you transcend these programs, which is also what the twin flames do a lot, you know, divine counterparts. Because again, they do a lot of the ancestral clearing, and this is done. The ancestral clearing is done. The karmic storylines are done. Just let them evaporate, let them go. Okay, it's gonna happen one way or another. Like all of this stuff, this is not aligned in the field. It's just gone. This is it. So just own your shadow self. It really holds the key to all of your God-given power. Usunateake. Not no one outside of you. You are everything. This is where you need to get to. Okay? When you no longer fear anything, no longer think that anyone, any society, any person, place, thing has more power than you. When you're at one with God, this is like where you know, you're not supposed to do everything on your own. You call in support, of course. It's like God's protection. You're like, God, here, step in. Because right now, it's all of these fuckers that have fucked with us, black magicians, invaders, imposters. This is the final cleanup. Ena takara takarate. See ya. Never again. Done. Etarate. So enough of this bullshit already, but you need to be really that clear in your own reality, where you no longer take bullshit, because this is where the bullshit starts. Okay, so be very clear of what you don't allow in your reality. Again, it's not about having barbed wires as boundaries, just have healthy boundaries. Again, every now moment you just know what's right or wrong. You know, where everyone is coming from, what their intentions are, all of that. You just need to feel it out, okay? And we really need to open ourselves right now to new experiences, our soul family beloveds, because I mean, what else do we have? Because they have won when we isolate ourselves. We all have issues with feelings of aloneness, isolation, I also had another thing coming up in my own family, very close family of someone, it's very much around depression, and not like, you're not so supposed to fit into this fucked up world. Like, who's supposed to be happy unless you're a fake happy? This is not a reality conducive to happiness, to a sensitive person. And yeah, when you're sensitive, you will suffer more, but you will also have more potential for happiness and joy and magic. And this is what we're recovering now, okay? So all of these spells, all of that which seemed like a disadvantage, almost like a disability, our sensitivity also holds huge power. Our extrasensory perception gifts, abilities, superpowers. Okay, so the more you feel, the deeper you can go into the abyss, the higher you can rise into the heavens, truly. Especially right now. Not everybody's going to get the key to all full multidimensional access and light body right now. No. Just the ones who've really put in the work. Otherwise, this would not make sense for anyone to learn anything here. So you accepting and integrating and merging with all of who you are is everything. It's the wholeness. It's the ascension process. No group, no society, no being outside of you as such, as well as you understand. They are them and you are you. But they are another aspect of you, of the Godhead, playing out this divine orchestration of the cosmic monad to fully reunify as the one cosmic heart, mind, body, and soul, cosmic monad, fully resetting the cosmic playing field. The cosmic reset is fully completing. This is it, okay? As the false self fully dissolves, the false reality is fully dissolved. So let it fully go. Anything based in fear, ego beliefs, out of the separation, again, having a sense of self, having boundaries and all of that. This is your integrated self. This is self-realization, individuation. It's different to a false ego self. It's you really remembering your true self, as well as you have a very loose attachment to it. So nothing anyone can ever do, say, not do ever again is going to affect you. But let me say one thing. Also, when you don't choose, don't do anything, this is also a decision, especially at this point. So ego fears are all based on inversions of truth and illusions of separation. Just let go. It's not about overthinking, analyzing, contemplating everything to death. And yes, this has been a big process so far, but like right now, just empty your field, your thoughts, your belief systems, ask source to show you real truth. Real clarity is returning, okay? Crystalline clarity. This is the return of the Christ, the second coming of the Christ. It's all here. Ashoka, inner secret. So the Starborn returned, remember? Your pure stardust, starlight, pure energy, frequency, and vibration, rebirthing itself, noble cosmos, as the one consciousness, fully quantum star. Remember, the universe is a holographic projection, okay? It's all a collective hallucination. And now we're moving from the collective psychosis to sanctity, knowing truth from the heart, fully activating our multidimensional blueprint, triple helix DNA, the divine blueprint of the 144 plus 3 as a 13 as 1. Uska, Theta, Nana, Tititite, Shtuta, Ganasa. Oh yeah, one thing, when it says in the Bible, because I came across it a couple of times, turn the other cheek, it's not really meant as like, yeah, here, punch me again. Why don't you abuse me some more and take some more advantage? No, that's not how it's meant. It's about a state of grace. It's like when somebody punches you, you don't go crazy and like, I don't know, beat the shit out of them. Or you punch them back because you don't want to go down on their level, onto their level, do you? So I understand this again. It's how you interpret anything. That's the key. And every teaching, they hold some truth, the same as religions. That's why it's so important to just pick out what resonates and just leave the rest. And you keep expanding. This is all about an expansion of consciousness. Do you think this is ever done? You'd be bored, okay? So this is not about getting bored. This is about us returning to true organic realities, full quantum access for the forerunners, as well as there will always be certain challenges. But right now, the 3D challenges, although 3D doesn't exist anymore as such, really doesn't. It's so done. It's gone. It's another thing that I got today was like, it doesn't exist anymore. It just exists in your mind, literally, right now. All these false realities, they just exist in our mind. And what happens with the solstice now is a full mind wipe of the false memories of this false fallen matrix, the inversions of the one mind, the psychosis, seeing everything upside down. Where the people who have, you know, whatever psychological issues are the ones who are wrong or there's something wrong with them. No, they're just tuned into a world that's like fucked up. And of course, you naturally would be having anxiety and depression. Again, one of, you know, we know this. One of the major essential symptoms, but you get me. I've had enough experiences with psychiatry, psychologists, and I've had psychiatrists tell me the medication doesn't work, the therapies don't work. They're at the end of their wits. And it's because the spiritual isn't being integrated. I mean, the whole, especially in the Western world. I mean, we know all this, you know, we need guides, real guides. And again, this was also the risk of the whole awakening process for there be mass psychosis. Like, I mean, the thing is, we're already in a psychosis. You know, that's the thing. The things that people are being like diagnosed with when they wake up is literally like them tuning into real reality, and they tell them like, no, this is not real reality. You know, it's all inverted. So anyway, we're all awakening. This collective Kundalini, extended Kundalini, Kundalini awakening is in full force. This is fully completing. This is it. So I'm going to drop deep into the field. I will post the details for our membership container call on the 21st, later today, on the 20th. But it's at the usual time, 21:12. And then on the 22nd, again, the open group call activation that anyone who feels truly guided to can take part in. The details, again, are below in the description box. Just follow the link in the sign up, okay, to get the details. Because you receive an email and then you just click the link on the email and you download a Word document with all the call-in details, okay? And then after the activation, you click that link again and you get the replay details as they are available. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so just remember, as you follow your true self, really like for those overgivers, it's been a lot about you need to really look after yourself. I mean, I literally, anyway, we're getting there. And really no longer putting other people's needs, feelings over our own. This is about striking a balance. Again, sometimes you need to put other people's needs, feelings, you know, whatever, like especially needs over your own, you know, you extend yourself more than you might usually do, or when it's your children, you know, depending on the circumstances. Again, there's no rule book that you can apply to every situation. You just need to feel it out. As you are connected to source, real truth, you just know in every now moment what is real truth, what you shouldn't be doing, what is right and not so great action. Beyond the good and bad, okay? Because we're truly transcending that. But again, as soon as you bring language in, linear language, you get divided, right, wrong, good, bad. Oh, it's this, no, it's that. That's the issue. He, she, us, them, past, present, future. So that's what we're transcending as so a big part of the activation as well is the Emerald Cosmic Heart fully coming online, activating the Divine Organic Creatrix field, because this is the new telepathic network, also part of the switch over of the new magnetic field, again, connected to the tribal shield, the morphogenetic field of the cosmic tribes that we came as the Grey Lines, the Essenes, the True Guardians, Ascended Masters, the Founder Races, the Cosmic Dragons, Magic Great Queens and Kings came here to return. Our true cosmic history records, it's written into our DNA, anti-quantum codes, the Book of Life, the Book of Love, our true Cosmic Quantum Tree of Life, or the new one, the new Divine Blueprint coming fully online, the new Organic Blueprint of the Cosmic Christ, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, the triple Cosmic, Solar Masculine, Feminine energies, principles, fully returned, the Cosmic Mother, Father, fully returned, all new free worlds, true justice, organic realities, it's here now. Usta, esta, shita, ta, 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 enatiake, esunata. And again, don't wait for anyone to do this for you. You do this from deep within you, the one. There's only one of us here. Usanatiake. And just again, to just quickly catch up on the things like, lust or greed in that, example, also from the last video. It's all really about self-improvement. Again, you go in and then you see where you do still have certain, feelings or maybe programs running that, again, you then see, maybe I have this from, my childhood because I never felt my needs met, as well as it will be connected to other lifetimes. But usually this life, so to say, your memories here, will give you enough to go by to resolve these traumas and wounds. And as we heal this within ourselves, we always heal this on behalf of the oneness, the one cosmic Christ. And this is how this is fully completing. And then the 100 monkey effect takes care of the rest. So self-improvement is all really about acknowledging untrue thought forms and just going, hey, what is this? Instead of judging them, projecting, suppressing, all of that stuff, just, hey, interesting. Take it within without internalizing it either as if you're the bad person. Just like, it's a collective thought form. It doesn't even belong to you, nor does it really belong to anyone else. It just is. What can you do about it if it doesn't feel right and true? And then go into it. Nothing is just good or bad, okay? Everything has many different multidimensional layers and levels to it. And this is you seeing everything from all multidimensional perspectives, dimensional bandwidth, because this is the only way you can transcend any, kind of lower reality challenges, problems, as well as, now that we're merging everything again, you need to make, for example, that call to the bank, as well as you're going in energetically, as I did, and I closed it all down. I knew that I wouldn't be able to get any money off me, even though I couldn't talk to anyone until the next day. And I did try. So it works. And I know these people in general have karma coming out, and it's going all the way back. And do not be shy. Any black magician sending any curses, hexes, spells at you, right back to sender, a millionfold, right in their face, back to source. And so it is done now. Usakara shekena tekira, gunasata. So all false idols are falling. We are creating all new archetypes, ascended master blueprints, so to say, okay? No longer stuck on the old. All of that fully transcend any attachments to any idols, even ascended masters, archangels, all of these compartmentalizations of thinking, even other star beings are above us, and they're here to tell us as the little humans what's going to happen. You are integrating all of this, your ascended master level self, your angelic self, your Agathan self, elder self, guardian self, cosmic dragon self, please. Okay, this is not about slaying the dragon, but becoming one with it. Usuna Teate. Your cosmic dragon self holds the threefold founder flame, the tri-wave, fully anchoring this, the 0-point field, true cosmic history records, gnosis, our wisdom, our ancient future memories fully returned through those aspects. And they have been inverted upon us that we should slay dragons and that they're negative. I'm not saying they're all good, but you get me. They're one of our highest aspects and obviously very dear to me. So, as the cosmic mother and father of dragons fully return now, Usa Takara, Shinatena, Sukunate. This is what returns real, true, organic realities. All of this falls apart, okay? Along with the false self, all false belief systems, thought forms that this false matrix was based upon. It's just a thought construct. Remember, and it's literally right now just being reimagined by our memories. Energetically, it's done. This is done. It's already done. So divine love purifies it all. Keep tuning within. Hearts are breaking wide open. One way or another, you will experience whatever you need to experience to fully merge with your true self, fully empowered. No more getting triggered by this crazy reality, as well as it's just disintegrating. Just know it for what it is, okay? Everything is symbolic, like drains and shitty toilets. It's, again, the same with banks. All of the codes and communication that sometimes goes, on as you're having these phone calls and are dealing with this inverted reality carries more than the obvious, you know, again, and it has to fall apart for the new to rise. So just note for what it is. Again, the analogy with the video game will really serve you. Again, you keep going through the video game again and again until you reach the next level, don't you? Until you really mastered every step. And then there's no more Groundhog Day and you advanced and you're like, so this is where we are at now, okay? And this is where it's like, the field is wide open. So become the master of your own dream field. I had a couple of quotes, one supposedly from Robert Grant, although I couldn't verify this, but it said, I did like the quote, where the heart thinks and the mind feels, wisdom will fill you. So it's along the lines of bringing this in, the heart into the mind into the heart, unifying it all. And this is how you gain real wisdom, because it's not just about just your heart leading and you have no mind. No, but it's a whole different mind, like the Cosmic Headset has been coming online. Your old mind is being wiped. You don't need to remember, okay, like in the old system, enslavement system. You will know what you need to know in every now moment. This is why you need to just keep clearing your field and just allow yourself to empty yourself for you to receive real truth, which guides us to the next quote. And then I stop. From Rumi, become nothing, love will turn you into everything. And that truly is the end of suffering. Become nothing, you become everything. You will remember your true self, but you will not hang on to your identity. You will not. You will laugh at this, truly. Because you remember, it's just, you're constantly redreaming yourself as infinite consciousness that never dies, has never been born. So the Starborn reborn is also the unborn reborn. As we remember, you know, there is no death. So fully transcending the pain and shadow body of the collective, having fully alchemized it, loved it all the way up as one. The full healing of physical, mental, emotional, spiritual bodies, realities, all as one is here now, fully completed. Ustatama. Okay, so if you want to join the call in 20 seconds, the details are below. Again, for the membership, I will post the details later in a few hours, okay, for the 21st. Yeah, and otherwise, enjoy the journey. I see you on the other side for those that will meet me there. And I know it will be a grand celebration, and I know it's here now. So thank you so much for everything you've done on behalf of all. And everybody playing their role beautifully, one way or another, isn't it? Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much love, so many blessings. I see you. Bye bye.